How do you know when a function begins and ends? How do you know what the function itself contains? You have to look basically for two curly braces, one right here, that's opening, and another that closes. Whatever goes in between is the mini program. It's the code that belongs to that function. It's the code that will run when the function is called, and functions are called at 4 stages: when the app is tapped on, loaded, viewed, and exited. This function here, and whatever goes inside of it, in between those curly braces, will run when the app initially loads, so stage 2. This is when we'd like to change the text inside of our name label. We're going to do that by first deleting the green text, or otherwise known as a comment, leaving space for ourselves. Next, we have to type what we want to change. And we want to change name label. That's what we named the variable, so we're going to call it. I'm going to type it. Name label. You might see Xcode recommends things for you. This is good. This means Xcode knows what you're talking about, and it says, hey, I found name label in your own code. So here it is. I'm going to hit enter. It auto-completes it for me. Less typing for you. What do we want to change about name label? Well, we first have to think about what goes inside a UI label. What goes inside a text box? Text, words, a string. So I'm going to tap on a period and type in text. Again, Xcode recommends things for you because it knows what you're saying. Hit enter, auto-completes. Next, space, equal sign, and then another space. Now you can type whatever you want to put inside of that name label. This could be anything. I'm going to type hello world. Nice. So far our code says the text inside of name label is equal to, one equal sign, hello world. This is much like in math where you're saying x is equal to blah blah blah. In this case we're saying the text inside of name label is equal to hello world. There's something wrong with our code at the moment though. Right now, our code, Xcode actually, is looking for hello world elsewhere in our app. It's not going to find that because we simply want hello world to be a string, a piece of text. It's nothing special necessarily. And the way we tell Xcode that it's just a piece of text is by putting it in quotation marks. You'll notice it turns red, which is good. Now Xcode knows that it doesn't need to search for hello world elsewhere in our app. It knows that it's just a simple piece of text. Now you may run your app, and you'll find that Jaron Schreiber, or whatever your name in here is, should now say hello world.